here, double click on it, and then it gives this big screen.
Oh,
But if you just click on it once, it doesn't.
really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Sometimes it's scary. They leave it to the last minute to turn their microphones on.
Oh, really? Thanks, Graham. Lisa, can you listen for Steven just for the third base umpire? I know the plate, I know first base. I think this is Mike Smith, but I'm not sure. Until intro. Sorry, until intro.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tom Lang Park for tonight's game between the visiting Regina Red Sox and your Weyburn Beavers. A big thank you to tonight's game sponsor, the Weyburn Young Fellows Club, who guaranteed the total pot for the 50-50 at $1,000. And on the pen completions band deck tonight, we'd like to welcome the shirt.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tom Lang Park in Weyburn, Saskatchewan. I'm John Preddy, and tonight's Western Canadian Baseball League matchup features the visiting Regina Red Sox and the hometown Weyburn Beavers. A beautiful evening tonight, and a little bit of breeze blowing in, so it might be a little difficult to get balls out of here, but here come we're going to have a look at the standings in the East Division, the Insitrix East Division of the WCBL. Leading the way, the Moose Jaw Miller Express with 30 wins and 11 losses. They're riding a 12-game win streak. The Saskatoon Berries are in second place at 29 and 12, just a game back of the Miller Express. The Red Sox and the Beavers, here's where things really get interesting. The Red Sox, 17 wins, 23 losses. The Beavers, 17 wins, 24 losses. So it goes without saying that this is a pretty important matchup. The Red Sox come in on a 4-game win streak. The Beavers winners of 4 of their last 5. In 5th place, the Medicine Hat Mavericks at 17 and 26. And then at 14 and 27, the Swift Current 57s. The starting defense for the Weyburn Beavers, making his 2026 debut in left field, Noah Brooks returning for a second season here with the red, white, and blue. Joe Medill is the center fielder tonight, and in right field, Colt Sussex Uphold. Across the infield, Will Sevier gets the start at third base. Trevor Dale, the shortstop. Ryan Dauphiny is at second base. Braden Mancourt is over at first base tonight. Rob Gurney, who hit for the cycle last night in Swift Current, is the catcher. And Logan Lynch, the ace of the staff, with the start tonight for the Weyburn Beavers. As we have the player introductions going on the field, we're going to go to the batting order for the Regina Red Sox. Leading things off, the designated hitter, Jalen Myers. Jake Fowler, the second baseman, will bat second. The catcher, Daniel Castellanos, is the number 3 hitter. The cleanup hitter, the third baseman, Brady Bye. Will Toger, the first baseman. bats fifth. And the sixth spot, Alex Rue is the right fielder. Rain Kreklowitz, the center fielder, bats seventh. Ty Martinez bats eighth. In left field, the shortstop Lance Anderson will bat ninth. And we're heading to the anthem. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Tom Lang Park in Weyburn. Just about ready to get underway here. And a really important matchup in this playoff hunt for both teams. And Medicine Hat looked like they were going to pull away with the number 3 spot. They got themselves within 2 games of 500 at 15 wins and 17 losses at one point. And since that time, 2 wins and 9 defeats for the Mavericks to allow the Beavers and the Red Sox to surpass them. And these two teams, the winner tonight, will be in sole possession of 3rd place in the Incitrix East Division. Logan Lynch on the mound for the Beavers tonight. Logan has a 5-win and 3-loss record and has 1 save to go along with that. And Logan, among the league leaders in ERA, he enters this one as a 3.21 earned run average. The native of Cartersville, Georgia, in the suburban Atlanta area, played his senior collegiate season in 25-26 with the Reinhardt University Eagles in Waleska, Georgia. And what an addition Logan Lynch was to the lineup. Just trying to pull up the stats here for Logan Lynch. Things not responding as I would like them to. So we talked about the record of Logan Lynch. And he has thrown 56 innings. This is start number 11 for him. He's allowed 53 hits, 22 runs, 20 of them earned. He has 49 strikeouts to go with 16 bases on balls and that aforementioned 3.21 earned run average. Jalen Myers will be the hitter. He enters this one hitting .456. Myers tonight's DH for the Red Sox. Logan Lynch sets. First pitch popped up in the infield. Man court in foul territory. 1 pitch and 1 out. 7:07 the time of first pitch here at Tom Lang Park. Love the banter between home plate umpire and catcher Brent Chadwick and Rob Gurney. Brent Chadwick, of course, the home plate umpire at first base tonight. Sean Wetherill and Mike Smith with the duties over at third base tonight. Slider in there to Fowler. for a strike. Jake Fowler enters the game batting .446. He has 7 RBIs on the year. And that's fouled. Daniel Castellanos in the on-deck circle. The Regina catcher tonight. Good 0-2 pitch there, trying to get Fowler to chase. A slider off the plate outside. What I would consider a real smart 0-2. And that's hit on the ground to short. Dale backhands it over to first. Picked there by Mayencourt. He wasn't named to the All-Star game for nothing. 2 away. 6-3 on the putout. Take a look at it here. A nice roll, didn't catch that lip, and Trevor Dale, one of the best shortstops in the WCBL. Braden Mayencourt really good with the glove over at first base. 2 away for Daniel Castellanos. Castellanos, a .308 batting average. Doesn't have a home run, but 16 runs batted in. Takes strike 1 from Logan Lynch. Brady by the Regina product in the on-deck circle. Pitch gets away on the inside and hits Brent Chadwick right on the knee guard. So Brent's going to kind of take a moment here and take an inventory of himself. That's on me, Logan Lynch says. I'm sorry. Hey. So we're going to get a look at it here. And good thing it didn't hit him on the hand. It hit him right on the top of the knee pad. Could have easily hit him in the hand. That would have hurt. So 1-1 the count. And that's hit in the air to left and deep. And back goes Noah Brooks. Solo home run, Daniel Castellanos. That really looked like it carried well. So maybe we're a little bit of a launch pad here tonight. What's our wind direction? We don't have the same flags that we used to. Is it blowing out a little bit? Here's another look at it. Pitch down in the zone, and Castellanos went out and got it. And all Brooks could do was watch. The Red Sox on the board. Thanks to Daniel Castellanos with his first home run of 2026. Slider in there to Brady by for strike 1. Wind's picked up a bit. That's Sales outside, 1-1. It's actually picked up quite a bit from even just 10 minutes ago. Will Toger in the on-deck circle. That's lined to center for a base hit. Oh, Brady by aboard with 2 outs. By just going with the pitch. Lands in front of Joe Medill. And still 2 away, Will Toger hitting .291, 6 homers, 39 runs batted in for Will. First pitch fouled right at the plate. Strike 1. Will Toger also a participant in the All-Star game. That's lined to left. That'll land in front of Brooks. Back-to-back singles and 3 successive hits. So 2 aboard for Alex Rue. Lynch gets that up a bit. He's going to want to live a little lower in the zone than that. And Alex Rue, 230 average, does not have a home run. 11 runs batted in for number 36. Tonight's right fielder for the Red Sox. Lynch misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. So after 2 quick outs, the solo home run and a couple of singles, Lynch still looking for the last out. That sails high. 2-0. So the first time Lynch has been behind in a count. 16 pitches so far in the inning. That's fouled straight back. 2 balls and a strike the count. Rain Kreklowitz in the on deck circle. That's a line foul. Right into the Red Sox bullpen. Excuse me. So 2-2. And a full count. Runners will be on the move. I would score easily on a base hit. Toger, if it hits a gap, likely going to score as well. Big pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Rue chased a high fastball. First strikeout for Logan Lynch, and he gets out of the jam. Red Sox 1 run on 3 hits. There were no Weyburn errors, and 2 runners were left on base, one of them in scoring position. So after a half inning of play, the Regina Red Sox won. The Weyburn Beavers coming to bat, and we'll have it for you when we return.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With 15 locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyers.
Thanks, Graham. Starting lineup for the Regina Red Sox in the outfield. Tara Martinez starts in left field. Rain Kreklowitz is the center fielder, and Alex Rue is in right field this evening. Across the infield, Brady Bye is at third base. Lance Anderson, the shortstop. Jake Fowler over at second base, and Will Toger at first. Daniel Castellanos, a catcher, and Zach Dobson, the starting pitcher tonight for the Regina Red Sox. Batting order for the Weyburn Beavers. Center fielder Joe Medill leads things off. Left fielder Noah Brooks in his first action of 2026 will bat second. Braden Mancourt, the first baseman, will be the number 3 hitter. Colt Sussex Uphold is in the 4 spot tonight. Batting 5th, the second baseman Ryan Dauphiny. Catcher Rob Gurney bats 6th. DH Anthony Cortese is in the 7th spot. Trevor Dale, the shortstop, bats 8th. Rounding out the order, the third baseman Will Sevier. And Joe Medill will be the hitter. First pitch upstairs for ball 1. Joe Medill, a .233 batting average, 5 homers, 20 runs batted in for Joe. That's in there for a strike. Listening to the banter myself before I speak, and I do believe it was a little bit lower than the first pitch. That's in there for a strike. 1-2. So my understanding is that Zach Dobson is going to throw the first inning. Is his first action of the year, so they need to get him eligible for future play by getting him in the lineup tonight. That's inside 2-2. And then for the second inning, he should give way to Daniel Crabtree, who was kind of the original scheduled starter. But opportunity here for interim manager Braden Cobb to get Dobson in the lineup and, so that he's good for use the rest of the season. Upstairs, full count. Three balls, two strikes to Joe Medill. Noah Brooks waiting on deck. Fouled off at the plate. Medill stays alive. Count still full. When you're only scheduled for one inning, pitch count not quite as important as if you're trying to get some length, but so far a good at bat for Joe Medill to battle it to a full count. That's upstairs, and Medill draws a walk. So the leadoff man is aboard for the Beavers. And Noah Brooks will come to the plate. Noah, an all-star with the the Beavers in 2025. All-star with the Edmonton Prospects in 2024. And a hit by pitch. Last season, Noah Brooks set the single season record for the Beavers with hit by pitches with 21 of them. And that just runs in, gets away, and Brooks not afraid to wear it. A big grin. He has one of the best attitudes you're ever going to see in a ball player. And two aboard for Braden Mayencourt. Mayo enters the game hitting .277, has 4 home runs, 19 runs batted in on the campaign for the first baseman. He's really done some slick glove work at first base for the Beavers all season long. Inside, 1-1. Colt Sussex uphold in the on-deck circle. The stat line on Colt's hard to get to because he's in the ball club's stats tracker twice, so it's a little bit challenging, but it's up and out of the zone. 2 balls and a strike. Joe Medill, the base runner at second. Noah Brooks, the runner at first base. Mayencourt lines that to center, and it's caught. Tagging is Medill. The throw to third, not in time. So Mayencourt lines out to center field for the first out. Take a look at it here. Good contact. I thought it was going to get down for a second, but carried far enough for Kreklowitz to get it. And an awkward position for him to try to get an accurate throw into the infield. So just get it in as quick as you can and try to keep everybody as close to where they are. So Medill at third base, Colt Sussex uphold at the plate with 1 out. That's up and out of the zone, ball 1. Ryan Dauphiney in the on-deck circle for the Beavs. Avery Kirk up in the third base coaching box. Jackson Henderson, the pitching coach, over at first base for the Beavers. Swing and a miss. Curveball. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Fastball right down the middle. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And there you can see Daniel Crabtree in the bullpen getting ready to enter the game in the 2nd inning. And Brooks, they just gave it to him. He had a huge jump. They didn't have a chance. So stolen base, Noah Brooks. Good alert base running there as Dobson paying no attention to him at first. So he just took second base. Unchallenged. You can see it there. He's more than halfway when it hits the catcher's mitt. Dobson looking a little bit surprised. So Dauphiny, 258 average, a homer, 13 runs batted in. A pair in scoring position, an opportunity for him to add to his Beaver career RBI mark. It's down, ball 1. Rob Gurney in the on-deck circle, and I think we'll have plenty to say about Rob when he comes up to the plate. One of the biggest nights you can have, he had last night. 1-0 to Ryan Dauphiny. Upstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. Breaking ball, Dauphiny slaps foul and out of play. That'll make the count 2 balls and a strike. There's Regina on the board if you're just joining us, thanks to the solo home run by Daniel Castellanos. The Beavers threatening here with 2 on and 2 outs. And that's lined into the 5-6 hole. Backhanded by Anderson across the diamond. Not in time. RBI single. Ryan Dauphiny. And that'll tie the ball game. So the first hit of the night for the Beavers. As deep in the hole, Anderson really did not have a play. So runners on the corners now, and 2 outs for Rob Gurney, who hit for the cycle last night. It was the first time in measurable Beaver history that anyone has hit for the cycle, taken by Rob Gurney for strike 1. So in 2024, Ryan Muselar had 4 doubles in a game in Edmonton, and I asked somebody if that was a team record, and the reply was that nobody knew. So my response to that was another question that was, don't you think we should? So I went through every box score back to 2010, which is far back as you could go and look, and so I knew that no Beaver had ever hit for the cycle. The closest was Derek Wallace, who didn't have a single. And that's hit deep to center field. Ranging back is Kreklowitz, and he'll make the catch 3 away. The Beavers do get a run on only 1 hit. There were no errors, 2 left, 1 in scoring position. As we take a look at the fly ball, Kreklowitz before the track. And 3 away. So after 1 complete, we're tied at 1 here at Tom Lang Park. We'll be back with the second.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With 15 locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyers.
Look at the Regina dugout here at Tom Lang Park with the rodeo grounds in the background. The bucking chutes, barrel racing takes place over there in the arena. large grandstand over there. Lots of activity here typically. Not much on the equestrian side here tonight, though. Logan Lynch back on the hill for his second inning of work. 3 hits he allowed to the Red Sox in inning number 1. So Logan will be looking to clean up some pitch locations here in the second inning. And he will face the man in the on-deck circle right now, the Regina product, Rain Kreklowitz. I know I struggle with that so much, number 40. And Ty Martinez, Lance Anderson also do up to 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Regina Red Sox. As Kreklowitz strides to the plate. Left-handed hitter. Top of the second inning, we're tied at 1. Lynch in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. That's off the plate outside, tails away, 1-1. That's in there. The side armor working that outside edge to the left-handed hitting Kreklowitz. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outside, 2-2. Ty Martinez in the on-deck circle. Outside, full count. Got away from Lynch. So the payoff pitch from Logan Lynch. Lined up the middle for a base hit. Leadoff man is aboard. 4th hit for the Red Sox. Take a look at it here. Pitch tailing to the outside. Kreklowitz just going with it. And Ty Martinez, another left-handed hitter. That misses outside. 1-0. Lynch, 27 pitches already. 28. Runner going. Throw down to second. In time. Kreklowitz didn't slide. He didn't think there was going to be a throw, apparently. And Rob Gurney with another caught stealing. Take a look at it there. Dale comes to cover the bag and easily. Great call there by Mike Smith. So 2-6 on the putout for the first out. Caught stealing. So 2-0 the count to Ty Martinez. That's in there. So Logan Lynch, somewhat motivated by the excellent throw by his catcher Rob Gurney to bail him out from that leadoff single. 2 balls and a strike. That's on the outside edge. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count. Shortstop Lance Anderson in the on-deck circle. Fouled off. Second ball that's bounced pretty hard off home plate umpire Brent Chadwick tonight. Take a look at it here. Oh, right off the mask. Yeah, no doubt. Saving face, using face, whatever whatever metaphor you want to insert there. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Second strikeout for Logan Lynch. 2 away here in the top of the second innings. We'll take another look at it. Some good movement there. And Martinez unable to make contact. Lance Anderson, 314 average, 3 homers, 13 runs batted in for the shortstop. The speedy shortstop, I might add. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and it was indeed inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Top of the order, Jalen Myers in the on-deck circle. That's a low for ball 2. Here is a strike. Logan Lynch, when he gets that slider working, and be really hard on right-handers on that, the movement away on the slider towards the outside edge of the plate. That kind of stayed out in the middle, and Anderson able to get wood on it and send it straight foul. That evens a count at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. So a full count. Lynch at 37 pitches, looking to get out of the inning right here. Inside, and he loses him. First base on balls issued by Logan Lynch on the day.
Since the men are already enjoying 2 beer for $10.
A 2-out walk to Lance Anderson. The inning's still going here for the Red Sox, as they're looking to retake the 1-run lead that they once had. And Jalen Myers, who popped up the first pitch of the game in foul territory to first baseman Braden Maincourt. Runner goes, throw down, and the throw gets away from Ryan Dauphiny. It would have been really close. We're going to get a good look at it here. See Anderson going into 2, and yeah, if Dauphiny fielded that cleanly, it was lights out for Lance Anderson. A stolen base. And the pitch, a ball. 1-0 count to Jalen Myers. Now a runner in scoring position for him. Slider inside edge. 1-1. Oh, big swing and a miss there, and it looked like Myers might have twisted himself up, but looks like he's none too worse for wear, but little stretch out there. Thought he might have rolled over the ankle a bit the way it looked. Oh yeah, he rolled the foot right over the front one onto the side, and yeah, an awkward position there for Jalen Myers. Looks like he's okay. 1-2 the count. And that's line to shallow center. Medill can't reach it. RBI single. Take another look at it here as just looped over top of second base, and Medill charged hard and just out of his reach. Great camel work there. Two 2-1 Red Sox lead. As the 2-out walk comes back to haunt quickly. And Jake Fowler at the plate. Was hit on the ground, fielded there by Lynch on the first pitch, flipped to Mayan Court, 3 outs. Red Sox 1 run on 2 hits, no Weyburn errors, 1 runner left on base, and as we see Logan Lynch with the flip to Braden Mayan Court, touches the bag, and the out call from Sean Wetherill. After 1.5, the Red Sox 2, the Beavers 1, and we'll be back with the bottom of the second right after. Let's take a look around the WCBL. In Edmonton, the Saskatchewan Berries with an 11-0 lead over the Energy City Cactus Rats. The Medicine Hat Mavericks and Swift in a close one, top of third. The Mavericks a 5-4 lead at Athletic Park in Medicine Hat. The Okotoks Dogs a 3-0 lead over the Lethbridge Bulls in the bottom of 4 at Spitz Stadium in Lethbridge. And the Fort McMurray Giants at home at Legacy Dodge Field. A 3-0 lead in the bottom of 2 over the Sylvan Lake Gulls. And Daniel Crabtree, as anticipated, has entered the game. Crabtree, a 6.98 earned run average on the year, 22 strikeouts, 16 bases on balls. Crabtree, not overpowering, but has really good movement on a cutter and some good run on his fastball. First pitch on the hands to Cortese. A pop-up to Will Toger, 1 away. Trevor Dale will come to the plate as you look at pitch inside, just kind of inside out swing. Toger right there. So Trevor Dale, the hitter. Trevor with a 3-hit game last night in Swift Current. Will Sevier and Joe Medill also due up. Well, next up, I guess, Sevier due up. Dale takes inside. And quickly, Crabtree ahead 0-2, but at least Dale trying to look at a couple of pitches here. And that's down. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outside, 2-2. Yeah, I can't make it that easy with those 1-pitch at-bats. Hit foul on the ground. Really seen some maturation in Trevor Dale and the way he approaches at-bats. Last year, struck out quite a bit. Now he has a lot of really good at bats. Works more walks. That's down. And this is a good example of it where he was down 0-2, and a patient enough hitter now to foul a tough pitch off and take it full, and fouls another tough pitch off. So 8th pitch of this at-bat coming up to Trevor Dale. Will Sevier waiting for his chance. Check swing foul. 3 straight foul balls. It's popped up to short. Lance Anderson just behind second base. 2 out. Get a look at it there. Dale under it. And Anderson maybe battling the wind a little bit, but Will Sevier, his first at-bat of the ball game. 221 average entering the game. 2 homers, 9 RBIs. Will have been swinging it pretty good lately. And 2 balls, no strikes the count. Top of the order, and Joe Medill in the on-deck circle. Sevier lines out right at FloCollege. Barreled one up for the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down inning for Daniel Crabtree. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left as we look at the good contact there by Will Sevier. And directly at FloCollege, got there in a hurry. So after 2 complete, the Regina Red Sox 2, the Weyburn Beavers 1. 3rd inning will be on deck when we come back.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
Welcome back to Tom Lang Park. Sun is starting to set over in the west. And a pleasant evening. Look at Brady By there. By will be the 2nd hitter of the inning. Daniel Castellanos will lead things off, followed by By, and then Will Toger, the 3, 4, 5 hitters due up to face Logan Lynch. As Brent Chadwick signals 2 more pitches, and we're going to be ready to get underway. So Castellanos comes to the plate to lead off the top of the 3rd inning. He had a 2-out solo home run back in the 1st that gave the Red Sox their first lead of the night. First pitch from Lynch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. That's in there, 1-1. Lynch battling out there. It's looped into center field. Medill is there, 1 away. Take a look at it here. Pitch low in the zone. And a can of corn for Joe Medill. Bring Brady By to the plate. The left-handed hitting 3rd baseman. Singled in his first at-bat, 1 for 1. Outside, ball one. By stranded at second base when Alex Roux struck out to end the bottom of the top of the first, rather. Will Toger over in the on-deck circle. Popped up. Sevier calls for it. 2 away. We'll take a look at it here. Off the end of the bat, straight up. Good communication there. Sevier calls everyone off. Will through the 8th inning last night in Swift Current. 1-2-3 inning on 13 pitches, 9 for strikes. Will, a two-way player. First pitch to Toger is in there for a strike, 0-1. Will Toger also singled in the first inning. He was stranded on first when the inning ended. An 0-1 count to the Regina first baseman. Pitch called, the ball down. 1-1. Alex Roux on deck for the Red Sox. That's a pie. 2-1. Slider off the plate. 3 balls and a strike. And that's fouled over the screen and out of play. That'll fill the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. With 2 outs. Top of the third. Logan Lynch up to 53 pitches. Hit on the ground to second. Dauphiny up with it. Over to Mancourt. 3 away. 1-2-3 inning for Logan Lynch. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. As we look at the roller there to Dauphiny, looked like it kind of checked up like a golf shot to the 18th green there. 2-1, Red Sox.
For more than 25 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Access Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at accessstorage.ca.
Welcome back to Tom Lang Park. A look at Zane Poland, the Regina pitching coach over there. Adjacent to the Red Sox dugout. And Daniel Crabtree out for his second inning of work. And the first one was a highly efficient 1-2-3 inning. Top of the order due up for the Weyburn Beavers in the home half of the third. Joe Medill, Noah Brooks, and Braden Mancourt, the 1-2-3 hitters. Crabtree, a 13-pitch inning. Efficient by anyone's standards. Medill fouls the first pitch away. 0-1. Joe walked to lead off the first inning. Tails off of the plate. That fastball, 1-1. That walk-off of Zach Dobson, he did come around to score on the RBI single by Ryan Dauphiny. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. Hit on the ground, Toger, unassisted, one away. That'll bring Noah Brooks to the plate. Take another look at it here. Soft ground ball to Toger. And Noah Brooks. That's hit on the ground, a short charge by Anderson. Throw over in time. 6-3 on the putout, 2 away. Oh, we have a rabbit in the outfield. I'm not talking about the speedy Lance Anderson either. There he is. The old Jackrabbit trying to find his way out of here. There's no gate over there. Probably came in underneath the fence. There's usually some gopher holes and stuff, so hopefully he finds his way out of here. First pitcher, Braden Mancourt, tails off the plate for ball 1. So only 6 pitches for Crabtree so far in the inning. 2 balls, no strikes. Colt Sussex uphold in the on-deck circle. That's in there for a strike. 2-1. Braden Mancourt from Langley, BC. Hit on the ground to second. Fowler up with it on to first. 3 away. So, man, Crabtree's been really effective since coming in the second inning. He's retired the first 6 hitters he faced. So we take a look at it there. As just a slow roller to Fowler. Pretty easy play. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left after 3 complete. The Red Sox 2, the Beavers 1. We'll be back. At a pretty reasonable crowd here at Tom Lang Park. And they've been treated to a pretty good one so far. Red Sox with a 2-1 lead entering the top of the 4th inning here. Usually a pretty good contingent of Red Sox fans, as I see one I recognize there, and Carlos Bai, the father of Brady Bai. Logan Lynch up to 54 pitches here tonight, 2 strikeouts. As Rob Gurney gives a signal that he's going to throw it down to second and we'll be underway here shortly.
Now batting right fielder, number 36, Alex Rue.
Alex Rue will lead things off for the Red Sox. Rue struck out to end the first, 0 for 1. First pitch is down, ball 1. Rue shows bunt. Lynch bobbles it, picks it up, and whiffs the throw somehow there. Take a look at it here. Just lost the handle, threw it into shallow right field, so that's going to be an E1. Alex Rue reaches on the air. And he's going to go to second on a throwing error there by Logan Lynch. The pickoff move. E1T there. So runner in scoring position as the throw just gets away from Lynch. Mayencourt, no chance. Good hustle there by Braden Mayencourt to make sure that Rue couldn't go all the way to third. A runner in scoring position for Rain Kreklowitz. He shows bunt. Pulls it back, takes strike one. Kreklowitz singled in the second and was caught stealing. 1 for 1. Shows bunt, pulls it back, 1-1. Shows it again, gets it down, Lynch up with it, checks third, goes to 1. 1 away, so a sacrifice bunt, 1-3 for the first out. And Rue over to third base on that sacrifice. Well executed bunt, Lynch checks, no play. It'll play the out game. Things could get away on you pretty quick. Ty Martinez. He'll be looking to lift something into the air. Pitch sails outside, 1-0. That's lifted in the air into shallow left. It's going to drop right behind short. A weak contact single for Ty Martinez and an RBI. Defense just unable to track that down into no man's land. And Rue scores 3-1 Red Sox. And another bunt by Anderson. Gurney up with it, not in time, a bunt single. So the Red Sox taking the approach that we're going to do it till you stop it. Good bunt there by Anderson. Runners on first and second now. And the bunt single.
We are now at $1,400 for our guaranteed total jackpot, courtesy of the Weyburn Fellows Club. We got a few more draws for men's night. First one.
So the third bunt of the inning by the Red Sox as they manufacture a run. They induced an error, and then a pickoff play created another one to get Rue in scoring position. They bunted him over to third on the sacrifice by Kreklowitz. The bloop single by Martinez scored him, and then Lance Anderson with a bunt single of his own. 2 aboard with 1 out. Beavers looking for a ground ball here. Not likely to get it from Jalen Myers. Myers popped up into foul territory at first base and had an RBI single in the second, so he's 1 for 2. First pitch to Myers in there for a strike. 0-1. Jake Fowler on deck for the Red Sox. Fouled back to the screen. And whatever wisdom head pitching coach Jackson Henderson had seemed to have an impact as quickly Logan Lynch had 0-2 to Jalen Myers. And that's sliced foul. Count will remain 0-2. Lynch checks the runner. I got to make a note to make a scoring change here, as the official scorer did not credit Rain Kreklowitz with the sacrifice. I'm just going to give that a circle and try to catch him as soon as the game's over. Quite a battle here. Still 0-2. As Myers with 3 straight foul balls. Looking to grind out an at bat. And a ground ball. Dauphiny to Dale for 1 over to first. In time! 4-6-3 double play, and the Beavers get out of the inning. The Red Sox 1 run on 2 hits as we get a look at it. A tailor-made double play. Wasn't expecting that from Jalen Myers. And they nip him there, the call by Sean Wetherill. So 1 run, 2 hits. There was 2 Weyburn errors and 1 base runner left in scoring position. So after 3.5, the Red Sox 3, the Beavers 1 will be.
Hey baseball fans, make sure to stay up to date with your favorite teams across the league by subscribing to the WCBL YouTube channel right now. We have tons of free coverage for you over there, including daily highlights, full archived game broadcasts, daily game day previews, plus the WCBL report with myself and Joe McFarland every Wednesday. It's all in one spot, the WCBL YouTube channel. Subscribe today.
Welcome back to Tom Lang Park. I'm John Preddy, and thanks for sharing your evening with Access Now, Flow Sports, and myself. We're going to head to the bottom half of the 4th inning, and leading things off for the Weyburn Beavers will be the right fielder, Colt Sussex Uphold. Ryan Dauphiny and Rob Gurney also do up the 4, 5, 6 hitters for the Weyburn Beavers. First pitch runs in for ball 1 to Colt Sussex Uphold. Was called out on strikes in the first inning, 0 for 1. And a 2-0 count here. Crabtree, a very efficient 22 pitches, 14 for strikes in his 2 innings of work so far. Sussex Uphold takes strike 1. It's 2 balls and a strike. 3 balls and a strike. Taken for a strike by Sussex Uphold, full count. And that runs in, ball 4, a leadoff walk. Crabtree working very quickly. The Beavers would be advised to step out and disrupt his cadence because he is working quickly and efficiently. So time to slow him down. Ryan Dauphiny checks in with a runner aboard and nobody out. That's high in the zone, ball one. Dauphiny, an RBI single to score Joe Medill for the only Beaver run back in the first inning. He is 1 for 1 and has the only Beaver hit of the game. Swing and a miss, a big cut there. Off with some pop and looked like he was on a mission to tie the game with one mighty cut. One gone down a bit, or the same, eh? Two balls and a strike. Slapped over top of the screen. And out of play, 2-2. Ryan Dauphiny from White Rock, BC, played his 25-26 season for the Central Baptist College Mustangs out of Conway, Arkansas, where he won a conference championship with his Beaver teammate, Braden Mayencourt. That's down, full count. So after a couple of really efficient innings there by Crabtree, a couple of full counts to lead off the top of the fourth inning here. Rob Gurney waits for his chance. Hit on the ground to second. Anderson over to Fowler for one. On to first in time. 6-4-3 double play. Look at it there, just a tailor-made ground ball. And just like that, the leadoff walk is erased. And Rob Gurney, the batter, with 2 outs. Rob flew out to deeper part of center field. Not to the track yet, but takes ball one. Anthony Cortese, the designated hitter, on deck. Pitch number 2 outside. 2 balls and no strikes to Rob Gurney, and he's the guy that'll slow Crabtree down. A little more deliberate, takes time to adjust the batting gloves. Breaking ball, called the strike, 2-1. That's how fast Crabtree's working. He went before Brent Chadwick was ready. Take a look at it here. As Gurney, whoa. And Chadwick, you could hear him. He said, I wasn't ready either. So 2-1. And then he takes too long, and the cat and mouse game, that's awesome. A veteran move there by a 5-year guy to call time and step out. Three balls and a strike to Rob Gurney. So Rob Gurney asked for time and apparently was not granted. So that is a called strike. You can see, I saw the motion from behind him, and I asked for it, wasn't granted. So close pitch fouled off on the full count pitch, and it'll still be 3 balls, 2 strikes. And then Crabtree took a while. So Rob Gurney called time after he'd stood there long enough. This time it was granted. So the payoff pitch from Daniel Crabtree. Gurney asked for time again, as now Crabtree playing the game the other way. Crabtree misses second walk of the inning issued by Daniel Crabtree. And Rob Gurney aboard with 2 outs. And Anthony Cortese popped up to first baseman Will Toger in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. First pitch is low, ball 1. Anthony Cortese from Fremont, California, spent 25-26 with the Eastern New Mexico Greyhounds. Fouls that back to the screen. Cortese, one of a handful of Eastern New Mexico players on the team. A couple have gone home due to injury, Ryan Weaver and Logan Kinter. 1-1. Big swing and a miss there. And 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. Trevor Dale in the on-deck circle. Trevor, a dangerous hitter, as long as Cortese can keep the inning going here. Off the hands, and a good job there to foul that back. Cortese hits that. That's a base hit that drops in front of the right fielder, Ty Martinez. So 2 aboard for Trevor Dale. Second hit of the day as we look at it there. Kind of off the end of the bat, over top of second and in front of the right fielder. Up and in to Trevor Dale for ball 1. Trevor popped up to shortstop Lance Anderson after a long at-bat. Fouled out on the 9th pitch. Big swing and a miss there. Trevor Dale with 3 home runs on the season. A threat to put one out at any time. A 1-1 count. That runs in. 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. I was trying to see if it was foul tipped, but nope. Just out of the catcher's glove for Daniel Castellanos. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Trevor Dale. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 3 away. Beavers get some base runners in the inning, but they're unable to score. They only did have 1 hit. There were no Regina errors. 2 runners left, 1 in scoring position. Only the 2nd strikeout of the night for Regina pitching, and the first one for Daniel Crabtree. We're off to the 5th inning here on Access Now and Flow Sports. scoreboard, and the Berries, if they hadn't already before, have blown this one wide open in Spruce Grove. 16-5 the Berries lead in the top of the 8th inning, so this one could be a Mercy Rule candidate. The Okotoks Dogs in the top of 6, a 5-0 lead at Spitz Stadium over the Lethbridge Bulls. In Medicine Hat, the Mavericks have opened up a 10-4 lead on the Swift Current 57s. 57s batting in the top of the 5th inning, and Sylvan Lake has erased that 3-0 Fort McMurray lead. The Gulls 4, the Giants 3, the Giants batting in the bottom of the 4th inning. Logan Lynch back out on the mound, 67 pitches through 4 innings, and that's uncharacteristic for Logan, usually a lower pitch count than that. So Jake Fowler, Daniel Castellanos, and Brady Bye due up to face Logan Lynch, the 2, 3, 4 hitters in the Regina lineup. And Jake Fowler settles into the box, 0 for 2 so far in the ball game. First pitch called out, ball 1. Fowler choked up on the bat for better bat control here, not even 2 strikes, so it shows bunt. Pitch sails out of the zone, 2-0. So Regina hitter showing bunt once again. Yeah, they put a strike on the scoreboard at Tom Lang, but that is call the ball for ball 3. Okay, we're 3-1 now. All right. Ground ball up the middle. Dale up with it. Nice play, Trevor Dale, but off the top of the glove of Braden Mayencourt and into the dugout. That's going to be an E3. As we look at it, chops here. Dale, a really slick fielding play, and not a bad throw just off the glove of Mayencourt. It was a little high, but we see him make those all day long, and he owns that. So he reaches on an E3 and advances on the same error to second base. So the leadoff man in scoring position now for Castellanos, who shows bunt. Castellanos gets the bunt down. It's bobbled, and the throw is late, gets away. So we're going to have another E3. Mayencourt was charging it hard, just didn't pick it up cleanly, and then a low throw gets away from Dauphiny, and that allowed Jake Fowler to score 4-1. Swing and a miss. Brady Bye, 1 for 2. Singled in the first, popped up to third in the 3rd inning. I wonder if they'll charge Mayencourt 2 errors, unfortunately. 1 for the throw and 1 for the fielding bobble. 1-1. Even by shows bunt. Takes outside, 2-1. Couple of moves. Castellanos ain't going anywhere. 2-1. Well, looks like there's a equipment problem with Braden Mancourt. The ball is wedged in the seams of his glove, it looks like. Casey Lindstedt pulls the ball out and tosses it back. So a glove change by Braden Mancourt. Two balls and a strike. Outside, 3-1. Brady Bye draws a walk, 2 aboard, nobody out. That's going to bring Jackson Henderson out for visit number 2. (4-1) Red Sox lead. A big threat here, 2 aboard, nobody out. Will Toger. And the Beavers kind of doing it to themselves. Couple errors, a base on balls. Fowler has already scored the 4th run for the Beavers. Or for the Red Sox, rather. And Brandon Berg, number 23, begins to warm in the pen for the Weyburn Beavers. So only the one error on Mancourt. They didn't call the bobble, they just called the throw. Will Toger 1 for 2 so far in the evening. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Toger singled in the first and grounded out to second in the 3rd inning. That counts for his 1 for 2 night. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Logan Lynch up to 81 pitches. Not yet an out recorded here in inning 5. Beavers looking for a ground ball. They'll gladly give Castellanos 3rd to roll a pair. Ground ball up the middle off the foot of Lynch. Picked up by Dauphiny and a tag at second. That's all they're going to get. So Toger reaches on a fielder's choice. Brady Bye is tagged out on unassisted at second base. For the first out, Castellanos able to move down to 3rd base. And Alex Rue with runners on the corners and 1 out. Fouls that right back to the screen. Rue 0 for 2, but he does have a run scored. He reached on the error on the bunt. And 0-2 the count. Consecutive foul balls from Alex Rue. Look at Daniel Castellanos talking to Jackson Alanis over at third base. That's lifted in the air, shallow center field. Runner is tagging Medill up with it. The runner's going to go. Here comes the throw, and the throw hits the runner. Got a play here. So a sacrifice fly as we take another look at it here. Not very heads-up defense after the fact. Medill up with it. And the throw to the plate hits the runner, caroms to the screen, and that, of course, a live ball. Nobody chasing it. So 2 outs. An RBI for Alex Rue on the sacrifice fly. First pitch to Rain Kreklowitz is outside for ball 1. Kreklowitz 1 for 1. A sacrifice bunt and a single. Foul out of play, 1 ball, 1 strike. (5-1) Red Sox. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Big cut there. Get a look at it. And the slider catches the outside edge, and the casual strike 3 call from Brent Chadwick at home plate. Now another look at it here as that slider, and maybe a little help from Rob Gurney, who received that ball very nicely. So the Red Sox get a pair of runs on no base hits. There were 2 Weyburn errors and 1 runner left. After 4.5, the Red Sox 5, the Beavers 1, and they're going to be looking to get some runs back on the board in the bottom of 5 when we come back. Look at the moon over top of the city of Weyburn, Saskatchewan tonight. What do they call that? The waxing or waning? I think that's waxing. Yeah, I'm not an astrologist or anything like that. So, astronomer, astrologist. Daniel Crabtree back out for his 4th inning of work. Sevier lays down a bunt, and he's going to beat that out. So, if you're going to do it, you got to be prepared to have it done to you. Will Sevier with a bunt single. Really good bunt there by Will. Didn't show it too early and got it down. Crabtree knew it. So 2 bunt singles in the game, 1 by each squad. And the leadoff man aboard for Joe Medill, who takes strike 1. Joe 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored on the evening. Low in the zone. Lower than the zone. 1-1. Joe from Nanaimo, BC. 25-26 member of the Cochise College Apaches in Douglas, Arizona. Fouled off. Brett Chadwick's going to take a beating tonight, and we can really hear it with the enhanced microphone technology that we have for the Access Now broadcast. A great job Graham and his crew always do when they're here in Weyburn. 1-2 to Joe Medill. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Noah Brooks in the on-deck circle. Foul tip, and Castellanos couldn't squeeze it. Tough play. I get a look at it here. Went straight down and knocked the mask off Daniel Castellanos on the way back up. So still 2-2. Fouled off Medill's foot, and that had to hurt. Walking it off. Two balls, 2 strikes to Joe Medill. Outside, full count. Now this is normally a time of year where a lot of families are traveling to see their kids play baseball in this summer league. So I'm going to send out a warm welcome to any Regina Red Sox fans who may have made the trip down here to Tom Line Park tonight. Swing and a miss, he struck him out, 1 away. Second strikeout for Crabtree and the third for Red Sox pitchers. Take a look at it there. Good movement. Looked like a cutter there from Crabtree. Seemed pretty pleased with the pitch, and why wouldn't you be? So Noah Brooks will be the hitter. And a pair of big cuts there, and quickly behind 0-2. 0 for 1 so far tonight as Noah Brooks hit by pitch and stole a base in the first. Grounded to short in the third inning. It's fouled away. Still 0-2. Braden Mayencourt on deck. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts there for Castellanos. Take a look at the swing there from Noah Brooks. Popped a couple of buttons there. He swung so hard. And Braden Mayencourt with 2 outs will be the hitter. Will Sevier still down at first base. First pitch taken for a strike, 0-1. Kind of been the story for the Beavers for much of the year, where they can get somebody on base and then they don't have productive outs to move them. Been too many strikeouts this year, not necessarily in this game, but for most of the season. And when you're not getting the ball in play, pretty difficult to move runners and have those productive outs or put pressure on a defense and maybe throw something away. 0-2 to Mayencourt. That's outside and down, 1 and 2. Mayo 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. Got a hard liner to center field in the first and a ground out to second in the third inning. Fouls that off his foot. Ouch. So everybody in the home plate area tonight taking a bit of a pounding. One ball and 2 strikes the count. And that was a really good pitch by Crabtree on the outside edge that Braden Mancourt just reached out, punched foul to stay alive. A really veteran piece of hitting there by number 7. Ground ball up the middle. That's through for a base hit. Sevier rounds and stays. So 2 aboard for Colt Sussex uphold as we take a look at that. Right past Crabtree. Tried to backhand it. Would have been a heck of a play if he could have. So 2 hits in the inning. And Colt Sussex uphold. Enters the batter's box. 0 for 1 with a walk so far in the ball game. Colt takes inside for ball 1. Colt from Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Played his 25-26 season at McPherson College in McPherson, Kansas. NAIA school. A late swing. 1-1. Ryan Dauphiny in the on-deck circle. It's outside. 2 balls and a strike. That's hit on the ground to short. Anderson, little bobble, and then a flip to Fowler. He gets Mancourt as on the fielder's choice. 6-4 for the third out. The Beavers do not score as we get a look at it there. Handcuffed Anderson a bit, popped right into his hand though. So the Beavers, no runs on 2 hits. There were no errors, 2 left, 1 in scoring position. So after 5 complete, the Red Sox 5, the Beavers 1. We'll be back with the 6th after this and a new pitcher. The new pitcher for the Weyburn Beavers, Brandon Berg. Brandon, the product of Maple Valley, Washington, comes to the Beavers via Waldorf University, where he was a member of the Warriors in Forest City, Iowa. Brandon Berg has worked 1 inning for the Beavers since he arrived late last week, just before the All-Star break. Had a scoreless inning where he walked 1 and struck out 1. So Berg, a starter in school, so they'd be able to get a little bit of length out of him. 65 innings he threw at Waldorf, and he struck out 54 in those 65 innings of work. And to greet Brandenburg for the Regina Red Sox will be the 7-8-9 hitters Rain Kreklowitz, Ty Martinez, and Lance Anderson as Rob Gurney throws down to second base. So Rain Kreklowitz. Nope, sorry. Kreklowitz. Oh, Martinez is the hitter. I marked my card in the wrong spot. Kreklowitz was the last out of the fifth, so Ty Martinez takes strike one from Brandenburg. Lance Anderson and Jalen Myers due up. Swing and a miss, strike two. That's inside, gets away from Rob Gurney. Doesn't matter though, 1-2. The catcher, Rob Gurney, spent a couple of years at Waldorf University, not at the same time as Brandenburg. But there have been a few members of the Waldorf Warriors make their way to wear some Beaver blue. Swing and a miss at a curveball. Great pitch here from Berg. He struck him out. First strikeout for Berg and the third by Beaver pitching on the day. So we take a look at it here. Lots of 12-6 movement there. And Martinez swings through it. And Lance Anderson, who had a bunt single in his last at-bat. Fastball outside for ball one. Anderson also a base on balls, a stolen base, and a run scored in the ball game. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. Jalen Myers on deck. Just misses outside, 2-1. Curveball is in there. So the Brandenburg curveball is a pretty good one. Lots of 12-6 motion there. And another one. Foul tip squeezed by Rob Gurney. Second strikeout of the inning for Brandenburg. Good play by Rob Gurney to hold on to that. 2 away in the top of the order. Jalen Myers, a designated hitter. Fastball misses outside for ball one. Myers 1 for 3 in the ball game, had an RBI single in the second and grounded into that 4-6-3 double play in the fourth that ended the fourth inning for the Red Sox. Foul tip squeezed Rob Gurney. Should be 1-1, shouldn't it? Another curveball swung on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, I got 1 and 2 on ball clubs, got 1 and 2 on access now, and now we got 1 and 2 on the scoreboard. We didn't have it before. Looked like a changeup by Berg on the inside. Misses. That'll even the count at 2-2. Fastball fouled back. Count holds at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Okay. Full count. Pitch number 7 of the at-bat coming up. Looked like a pretty close curveball there. And that misses outside. Oh, a 2-out walk issued by Brandon Berg. And Jake Fowler will come to the plate. Fowler 0 for 3. Reached on an error in the 5th and later scored. That's in there for a strike, 0-1. That's a wild pitch. Bounced off, looked like it bounced off the edge of home plate. So that'll send Jalen Myers into scoring position. One and one is the count to Jake Fowler. Fastball misses outside, 2-1. Two outs here in the top of the 6th. Sales high, 3-1. Both bullpens quiet at this time. Strike 2 called. And that'll fill the count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Two out, top of 6th. Daniel Castellanos in the on-deck circle. And that's lined right at Colt Sussex uphold. And that will be the 3rd out of the inning. The Red Sox do not score. They don't record a base hit. There were no Beaver errors. There was 1 runner left in scoring position. As we look at the play there by Colt Sussex uphold. After 5.5, the Red Sox 5, the Beavers 1, and we'll be back with the bottom of the 6th right after this. Bottom of the 6th, and the Red Sox with a 5-1 lead. Beavers will send to the plate Ryan Dauphiny, Rob Gurney, and Anthony Cortese to face Daniel Crabtree, who has 3 strikeouts on the night, 74 pitches in, so I'd expect to see some action in the pen, and there is some movement down there. Not throwing yet, just moving around. Number 32. I want to give kudos to the Red Sox for having readable numbers on their jerseys. All jerseys should, dark jerseys should have light numbers, and light jerseys should have dark numbers. First pitch to Ryan Dauphin, runs in for ball one. First couple of innings were highly efficient for Crabtree, and then Beaver hitter started to run some counts on him. And, they're getting that count worked, the pitch count up there now. Now we're starting to throw down there. Dauphin takes strike one. Doff with an RBI single in the first. He drove in the only Beaver run so far in the ball game. He's 1 for 2. Fouls that back. That'll even the count at 2-2. That's hitting it to foul territory, and it's going to be out of play. Dauphin sends one backside that twists right out of play. So full count now to Ryan Dauphin. And that's hit the other way, and it's going to get down for extra bases. Kick sideways. Dauphin on his way to second base with a lead-off double. You could kind of see it coming. A smile there from Doff as he went with the pitch. Sent it the other way. Rue got to it quickly and got it in to hold them to a double. Don't think Doff would have been looking 3 anyway. Not like Rob Gurney last night in Swift Current. Was looking 3 out of the box, looking for the cycle, and he's up to bat here now with a runner in scoring position. And that's hit into shallow center. Fowler, 1 away. One pitch, Gurney under it, and unable to advance a runner. Anthony Cortese is 1 for 2. He singled in the fourth, popped up to the first baseman in the second. Runs in for ball 1 to Anthony. Warming in the pen is Caleb Orr for the Red Sox. 6'3", 190-pound right-hander. One and 0 the count to Anthony Cortese. Trevor Dale on deck. Cortese in the air to shallow center. Kreklowitz makes the catch, no tag, 2 away. So effectively 2 pop-ups. And Ryan Dauphin's leadoff double still standing at second base. Trevor Dale, the hitter. Trevor 0 for 2 so far tonight. Crabtree steps off. Dale doesn't step out. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Will Sevier in the on-deck circle for the Beavers. Trevor Dale looks to keep the bottom of the 6th going. That's down. 1-1. Ran in on Dale off the plate. Looked like it had a chance to clip him for a second there. 2 balls and a strike. Trevor from West Valley City, Utah. Played his 25-26 season at the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs. Pitch a called strike, 2-2. Crabtree up to 88 pitches now. I think this potentially his last inning of work. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So the Beavers get the leadoff double from Ryan Dauphiney and no more. No runs on that one hit. There were no errors. 1 runner left in scoring position. And after 6 complete, the Red Sox 5, the Beavers 1. We'll be back with the 7th inning right after this.
First is for a gift certificate for Domino's, and it's ticket number 730171. That's 730171. The winning ticket for a gift certificate for KFC is 730188. That is 730188. And the winning ticket for some merch.
Brandon Berg back out on the mound as day turns tonight here at Tom Lang Park. Berg did allow a base on balls, but able to have a scoreless top of the 6th. They'll be looking for the same out of Brandon Berg, will the Beavers, and hopefully they can get the bats going and get back in this one. Beavers have scattered 5 base hits on the night.
Now batting pitcher number 3, Daniel Castellanos.
And Daniel Castellanos will lead things off for the Regina Red Sox in the top of the 7th inning. He'll be followed by Brady By and Will Toger, the 3, 4, 5 hitters due up for the Red Sox. First pitch to Castellanos, fouled back, 0-1. Breaking ball up in the zone. Leaving the count at 1-1. Travel story on Brandenburg. When he arrived, he traveled on Thursday morning from Seattle. It's down 2-1. Seattle to Vancouver, and his flight was delayed out of Seattle, which caused a misconnection in Vancouver. Then there was a flight cancellation and what turned into a 5:40 arrival in Regina. That's hitting the air to left. Noah Brooks over, calling for it, 1 away. So what was supposed to be a 5:40 p.m. arrival turned into 1:40 a.m., got into Weyburn like 3 a.m., and then pitched a scoreless inning that night. So good work by Brandenburg on short rest as we get a look at Noah Brooks. First game back in the lineup. Hasn't played since early May, I guess. Ground ball up the middle, and that gets past diving Ryan Dauphiney for a seeing eye single for Brady By. His second base hit of the night. He's 2 for 3. You look at that, just hop over top of Berg and another hop, and Dauphiney just out of his reach. Don't think he would have to play anyway. Time he would have got up, planted, made that throw would have been pretty tough, but A one-out single by Brady By, and Will Toger comes to the plate. First pitch is low for ball one. Toger is 1 for 3. He singled in the first, grounded out in the third, and then hit into a fielder's choice in the 5th inning. Bird checks the runner at first. By is back. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. One out here in the top of the 7th inning. Alex Rue in the on-deck circle. Curveball in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count to Will Toger. Off move, By is back. Swing and a miss, gets away from Rob Gurney, and he can't find the handle. So that's going to go down as a strikeout. So a credited strikeout, and that's going to be an E2 on the drop third strike as Toger able to go down to second base. But third strikeout for Brandon Berg. 2 aboard now with 1 out. Okay, they gave him the out because first base was occupied, so that's why. So Toger is out. He did not reach. That is a strikeout. Okay, 2 outs. And Alex Rue, a 2-ball, no strike count. Rue 0 for 2, a sac fly in the 5th, and reached on an error and scored in the 4th. Two balls, no strikes. That's lifted in the air to right field. Sussex uphold, circling the wagons, and a awkward-looking basket catch, but made nonetheless by Colt. And we'll take a look at it here. Looked like he kind of lost it a bit, found it, and then a basket catch. So interesting play to end it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. And after 6.5, the Red Sox 5, the Beavers 1. We'll be back with the bottom of the 7th after this.
Would Jen and Trevor have known the prep?
I don't know.
Thought maybe they were from the dealership.
Get out those 50-50 tickets. Tonight's winner going home with $800. Our winning ticket number.
Welcome back to Tom Lang Park. Daniel Crabtree still out there at the 89 pitch mark with 4 strikeouts on the night. So this, I would think, normally pitchers in this league aren't going much over 100 pitches. So in all likelihood, the last inning will work for Crabtree unless he wants to go 120 or something. But that'll remain to be seen. We'll figure that out as we go. But Will Sevier will lead things off for the Beavers in the home half of the 7th inning. Beavers need to get something going here. Only down by 4. Will Sevier takes ball 1. Beautiful bunt single by Will Sevier in his last at bat. He is 1 for 2. So flew out to center field. And 2 balls and no strikes. The count to Will. That's the bottom of the zone right there. Will Sevier just looking for confirmation of that. Gives him a thank you. Knows anything lower than that, like that, is a ball. Why trying to dial it in? Ask some questions. 3-1. Sevier lifts that to center field. Kreklowitz over. And he makes the play, 1 away. That'll bring Joe Medill to the plate. As we're going to take another look at it. Sevier. Kreklowitz. Routine play for him. And Joe Medill will come to the plate. Joe 0 for 2 with a walk, and he scored the only Beaver run of the game back in the first inning. Swing and a miss, strike 1. That runs outside, leaving the count at 1-1. Outside 2-1. Joe's family spent some time in the Weyburn area here in the last couple of weeks, and nice to meet up with them. 3 balls and a strike to Joe Medill. Joe participated in the bunt derby for the Beavers at the All-Star game in Saskatchewan last weekend. Joe thought that was ball 4, but a called strike, and that'll fill the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Noah Brooks in the on-deck circle for the Beavers. Strike 3 called. Fifth strikeout for Daniel Crabtree. I don't know how you take it. Fooled on the pitch, I guess. First pitch to Noah Brooks inside for ball 1. Noah from Cloverdale, BC, played his 25-26 season. Takes strike 1, 1-1. As a member of the University of Pikeville Bears in Pikeville, Kentucky. And goes the other way with that, right at right fielder Alex Rue. And the side is retired. A 1-2-3 inning for Crabtree. Maybe the Beavers allowed him to stay in the game. As we look at the fly ball to Rue. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We're off to the 8th inning when we return here on Access Now Sports and FloCollege. Welcome back to Tom Lang Park in Weyburn, Saskatchewan. I'm John Preddy, and delighted to be bringing you the WCBL action from Tom Lang tonight. Always a pleasure to work with the Access Now crew. Brandon Berg back on the mound for his 3rd inning of work in relief of Logan Lynch. Logan, not the outing that he wanted to have tonight. But he'll dial it in, and he'll be back. As Rob Gurney throws down to second base, we're ready to get underway. Rain Kreklowitz, Ty Martinez, and Lance Anderson, the 7, 8, 9 hitters, due up for the Red Sox in the top of the 8th inning. Kreklowitz 1 for 2 on my scorecard with a sacrifice bunt that moved Rue to third base. I have that circled to discuss with the official scorer who just scored that a ground out rather than a sacrifice hit. So anybody with the Kreklowitz family that might be looking at the scoring on ball clubs, I'm going to try and get that changed so that's not an official at bat. So 1-1. 2 balls and a strike. Three balls and a strike. Some movement in the pen now for the Beavers. Fouled straight back, and that'll fill the count. So the Beavers, after today, a couple of off days, and then they will head to Medicine Hat on Saturday for a big 2-game set with the Mavericks on Saturday and Sunday. And ball 4, leadoff walk drawn by Rain Kreklowitz. Ty Martinez will come to the plate. Leadoff man aboard. Curveball misses, ball 1. Martinez 1 for 3, an RBI single and a couple of strikeouts. That's hit in the air to deep center field. Back goes Joe Medill, and he is under it and makes the catch. No tag. A long, loud out by Martinez. Center field at Tom Lang. A bit of a fly ball graveyard. It's a deep part of the park. Says 400, seems to play a lot deeper. Lance Anderson, the hitter. Checks the runner Kreklowitz at first, does Berg. Anderson walked, stole a base, and scored in the second. Had a bunt single in the fourth, and it was erased on the 4-6-3 double play. Struck out in the sixth. So 1 for 2 for Lance Anderson. And a 1 ball, no strike count to the Regina shortstop. Another check of the runner. Brandenburg up to 42 pitches so far tonight. Trying to see who's moving around in the pen for the Beavers. You pretty much get anybody up on with 2 days off. The Red Sox are off tomorrow as well, and then they embark on their 6-game and 6-night Alberta swing through Fort McMurray, Edmonton, and Sylvan Lake. Three balls, no strikes, the count to Lance Anderson. One out here in the top of the 8th inning. Keeping an eye on the dugout on that 4-pitch walk. And there comes Jackson Henderson. Avery Kirkup indicates to the bullpen to get hot. 2 walks in the inning. Jalen Myers, top of the order, due up for the Red Sox. Myers indeed has a bat, as does Fowler. I think it's Bill Hosegood warming in the pen. So Jalen Myers, RBI single in the second and a walk in the sixth. He is 1 for 3 on the evening. Shows bunt, pulls it back, takes it for a ball. Sevier pretty deep at third base. And Court in on the edge of the grass at first. Shows bunt, pulls it back in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jalen Myers. The designated hitter this evening. Curveball is up. 2 balls and a strike. Beavers looking for a ground ball to get out of this. They got one from Myers back in the 4th. That's fouled out of play. 2-2. Kids give chase, of course, here at Tom Lang. They get $1 for return of those foul balls, so highly competitive business over there. Two and two. That bounce is blocked nicely there by Rob Gurney. That keeps everybody in place and fills the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. I think we're in a situation 1 more base runner would mean the end of the night for Brandon Berg. I think Bill Hosegood is hot and ready, like Little Caesars over there. Ball 4 low, and here comes Cam Williams. So Brandon Berg walks the bases full, and we're going to have a pitching change. And Bill Hosegood makes his way to the pitcher's mound. So the book not yet closed on Brandon Berg. I can't tell you what the book was on Logan Lynch. 5 innings, allowed 8 hits, 5 runs, only 3 of them earned. 2 walks to go with 3 strikeouts. He threw 89 pitches, 56 for strikes. So Brandon Berg goes 2 1/3, and we'll see what the line ends up being at the end of the night, more or less, or at the end of the inning, rather. And Bill Hosegood, who threw. Bill pitched on Monday night in Swift Current, and game number 2 came in relief of Luke Popplewell and went 2 2/3 scoreless. I'm going to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. It's a final in Spruce Grove. This buries a 21-8 win over the Energy City Cactus Rats. In the bottom of the 9th, the Bulls trying to battle back from a 6-2 deficit to the Okotoks Dogs. In the top of the 7th, the Swift Current 57s an 8 spot, but that doesn't compare to the 13 on the board from the Mavericks. Swift Current batting top of 7th, down 13-8. And the Giants and Gulls are tied at 5 with the Giants batting in the bottom of the 7th inning up at Legacy Dodge Field up in Fort McMurray. So that'll catch us up around the league. Bill Hosegood, the product of Radisson, Saskatchewan, pitches at the University of Calgary for the Dinos for head coach Cam Williams. And he'll be greeted by Jake Fowler. Bases loaded. Hosegood looking for the double play ball here. Curveball misses. Ball 1. That's outside. Rob Gurney slides over and gets in front of that, 2-0. Bill Hosegood, 1 win, 3 losses on the year. He started 2 games. Has pitched 28 innings. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike. In those 28 innings, he has allowed 41 hits, 24 runs, only 22 earned. He's struck out 22 to go with only 9 walks and a 7.07 earned run average. That's lined into center. Medill doesn't get it. And a wild throw. Nobody covers the plate. Gurney does get it. Hosegood can't find it. Wow, man. So an RBI single to center here. We're going to get a look at it as Fowler sends that out there. Medill had it in his glove, but a tough play. And then a wild throw bounces away. Gurney picks it up. Nobody covered home plate. Hosegood goes there. Throw not on target. So I think I'm going to leave it to the official score. I don't want to work that hard and figure that out. But I will get the RBI single right. Feels like the zone's changed a little bit as we've gone on in the game here. That's in there for a strike. 1-1. So Kreklowitz and Anderson scored to make it 7-1. 2 balls and a strike. So those runs will be charged to Brandenburg. Swing and a miss at a curveball. 2-2 the count to Daniel Castellanos. Castellanos, the solo home run back in the first. A couple of flyouts and reached on an error, so he is 1 for 4 with a couple of runs scored and a called strike 3. First strikeout for Bill Hosegood as we take a look at it there. And right in the zone. Brady By, the hitter. Takes ball 1. By singled in the first, popped up in the third, walked in the 5th, and singled in the 7th, 2 for 3. Takes a strike. That'll even the count at 1-1. Will Toger on deck. And that's hit on the ground past Mayencourt. A 2-run single for Brady By. take a look at it there. Myers scores. Fowler scores. 9-1, the Red Sox lead. All right, caught up my scorecard. And 2-strike count to Will Toger on a called strike and a foul ball. And that misses outside. A good 0-2. Away, trying to get Toger to chase. So this one gets away with a 4-run 8th inning on only 2 base hits. Don't even know what the error situation was. I'd have to look back and see how things were scored. I don't see any charged errors, so that's fine. Upstairs, 2-2. Will Toger 1 for 4 in the ballgame. It's inside. Full count. So the payoff pitch with 2 outs here. Runner goes. Popped up. Mancourt tracking it over by the dugout, and he'll make the play. 3 away. The Red Sox, 4 runs on only 2 base hits. There were no Beaver errors. And what do we have left there? 1 left. As we look at Braden Mancourt making the play. So the Beavers, down 8, will be hitting in the bottom of the 8th when we come back after this. What do we got going? Dizzy Bats over here, I think, with the promotions crew of the Beavers and some young ladies.
And our winner is Freya.
New pitcher for the Regina Red Sox is Caleb Orr. Orr, an ERA of 9 entering the game. We'll get just some more detailed numbers here in a minute. Mosquitoes are getting bad in here. Bad everywhere right now. So much rain this year. Braden Mancourt will be the first hitter to face Caleb Orr. And for Caleb Orr, he has a no-win, 3-loss record in 4 starts. Don't know how many appearances. That's not populating correctly on the stats page anymore. 21 innings pitched. He's allowed 20 hits, 27 runs, 21 of them earned. He has struck out 12 to go with 19 walks and that 9.00 earned run average for Caleb Orr. First pitch to Braden Mancourt is upstairs for ball 1. Colt Sussex uphold and Ryan Dauphiny also due up for the Beavers. 2 balls, no strikes. Casey Lindstad warming in the Beaver bullpen. 3-0. Braden Mancourt. Mancourt 1 for 3 in the ball game. Big swing and a miss. Green light apparently at 3-0. So a 5-pitch walk. New catcher in for the Regina Red Sox as well. It'll be Mateo Pierre replacing Daniel Castellanos. Inning 8. Okay, there we go. Scorecard update. First pitch to Colt Sussex Uphold is fouled off, 0-1. Colt 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. That's outside, gets away from Pierre. Mancourt not going anywhere. Beavers need a bunch of base runners, nothing foolish. And get that far away from Mateo Pierre. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch. Or pulled the string. 1 ball, 2 strike count. And that's lined into center. Kruklowitz can't get it. It's down for extra bases. Mancourt's going to be held at third. A stand-up double. Colt Sussex Uphold. Now, take a look at it here. He hit it over top of Kruklowitz. A game attempt by the center fielder to get to that. 2 aboard for Ryan Dauphiny. With nobody out, Rob Gurney on deck. And that's hit on the ground, knocked down at third. Mancourt goes back infield single. Ryan Dauphiny, the runner's unable to advance with the bases loaded. Sharply hit, knocked down there by and he really had no play after that. The bases loaded. With nobody out. Toger playing in at first. First pitch in there for a strike. Rob Gurney 0 for 2 on the night with a walk. Was 0 for 2 last night when he embarked on the cycle. He homered in the 5th, singled in the 6th, doubled in the 7th, and tripled in the 8th inning. That's in the dirt, gets away from Pierre. And a wild pitch scores Braden Mancourt. And that same wild pitch advances Sussex Uphold and Dauphiny into scoring position. Jumped up over top of Pierre. 9-2 is the score. Outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Rob Gurney from Campbell River, BC, played his 25-26 senior season at Mayville State University in Mayville, North Dakota, where he was a member of the Comets baseball team. That's hit in the air, fouling out of play.
I should customize some trivia for you, Chad.
2-2.
Hey, spell it. 1 and 1's 11.
Rob Gurney tied for the team lead in RBIs with 25. Outside, full count. Dearly love to record number 26 and 27 here. Try to get the Beavers closer to being back in this thing. They are down by 7 now. Swing and a miss. A good pitch on the outside edge that Gurney couldn't reach. It was going to be strike 3, I believe. And take a look at it here. Pitch in a good spot. And 1 out. Anthony Cortese will come to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Anthony 1 for 3 on the night, singled in the 4th inning. Trevor Dale on deck. It's down. 1-1. It's outside. Pierre has to scoot a little bit there. 2-1. Popped up. Back to the screen is Pierre, and he will not have a play. Two balls and 2 strikes. Ground ball to short. Anderson mishandles it. That's going to score a run. I think that's going to be an E6. We'll see what the official scorer has to say. We'll take a look at it here. Slow roller that just got under the glove of Anderson as he misplayed it a bit. (9-3). The Red Sox lead, and a visit from pitching coach Zane Poland. Runners on the corners, and 1 out for Trevor Dale. Cortese, that is scored an error. Anthony 1 for 4. Ryan Dauphiny was able to advance to third base on the play. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Trevor 0 for 3 in the contest, looking for his first hit of the night. Fastball on the outside edge. 0-2 the count. Will Sevier in the on-deck circle. That's outside and low. 1-2. Or overthrows that one a bit, and Pierre, a really nice job to keep Ryan Dauphiny from scoring there. 2-2. Swing and a miss. 2 away. Second strikeout for Orr. Take a look at it here. Down and out of the zone. And Will Sevier will be the hitter. Will, a bunt single in the 5th. He is 1 for 3. And that's hit tailing into the bullpen, past the bullpen and into the, I don't know, that's where they park the mowers and stuff, whatever you want to call it. The bullpen for mowers, maybe. Will Sevier from Littleton, Colorado. Played his 25-26 college season at McPherson College in McPherson, Kansas. And an 0-1 count. And that's well hit to center field. Kreklowitz back near the track, maybe just short of the track, and he'll make the catch. A long, loud fly out ends the bottom of the 8th inning. The Beavers do get 2 runs on 2 hits. There was one Regina error and 2 base runners left, one of them in scoring position. After 8 complete, the Red Sox 9, the Beavers 3, and we'll be back with the 9th right after this. Casey Lindstedt, the submarine right-hander, is in to pitch for the Weyburn Beavers in the top of the 9th inning. Casey's ERA doesn't tell the whole story. He's thrown pretty well recently. 16 ERA. We'll get you some details on Casey Lindstedt. Casey from Bel Air, Kansas. Attends Friends University in Kansas. Where is Casey on here? There he is. So in 10 2/3 innings pitched. I have him here. There we go. 17 hits allowed, 22 runs, 19 earned. There's 9 strikeouts to go with 17 walks, and that had been the trouble that contributed to that inflated ERA early in the year was some control problems, but seems to have those kind of sorted out and in hand, and been throwing strikes lately. So Casey Lindstedt will face a pinch hitter recent signing. First pitch popped up. And Mayencourt able to make the play with the runner in his face. One away. So that was batting for Alex Rue. See if the roster is updated. Maybe they got him on ball clubs here. Derek Kipke was the pinch hitter. A recent signing. I saw the signing notice. That pitch from Lindstedt in there for a strike to Rain Kreklowitz. That's fouled straight back, and Lindstedt quickly had 0-2. That sails outside. You know, in the 0-2, he's looking to be off the plate outside, but he's looking to be more competitive than that. Just got away on him, but 4 pitches, 3 for strikes for Casey Lindstedt early. That sails up and out of the zone, and that'll even the count at 2-2. Ty Martinez on deck. Full count. Josh Pritchard throwing, it looks like he's throwing a bullpen down there in the Beaver bullpen. I doubt he's coming in to throw an inning. Foul out of play. Pitch number 7 of the at-bat coming up. Good piece of hitting there by Kreklowitz to foul off a pitch in a pretty good spot, stay alive. And a line drive up the middle, base hit. Take a look at it there. Kreklowitz just reaches out, drives it into center field. His second hit of the night. I have him as 2 for 2 with a sacrifice and a walk. We'll discuss with the scorers. Swing and a miss by Martinez, 0-1. Martinez 1 for 4, an RBI single. Back in the 4th inning. Down and out of the zone, 1-1. Pretty good location. That's on the inside edge, good pitch. So 1-2 the count to Ty Martinez. With Rain Kreklowitz, the runner at first. And the slider catches that outside edge. First strikeout for Casey Lindstedt, 2 away. Take a look at it here. It's like Rob Gurney might have pulled that one into the zone. Looked like it might have been a little off the plate. But zone's opening up, and that will happen when there's a fairly sizable spread. Called strike to Lance Anderson, 0-1 the count. Anderson 1 for 2 and a pair of walks. A couple of runs scored and a stolen base. His base hit was that bunt single in the 4th. In a 1-1 count. Ground ball. Dauphiny up with it onto main court in time. And Casey Lindstead does his job, keeps the Red Sox off the board as we take a look at the replay. Dauphiny had to range far to his left and got the speedy Anderson by a step. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left, and we'll be back with the bottom of the 9th right after this. Welcome back to Tom Lang Park, the bottom of the 9th, and the Beavers need 6. We still have Caleb Orr out there? No, we do not. New pitcher for the Regina Red Sox, Garrett Mullins, is the new pitcher, so everybody trying to get everyone some action. 16.88 earned run average for Garrett Mullins. These are the kind of games that are valuable for those guys that are struggling to find some things and looking to get some things going. Also good developmental innings for a lot of young guys. Mullins, not a guy I've heard of on the Red Sox roster all year, so it must be a relative newcomer. Let's see what I can learn. Top of the order, due up for the Beavers. Joe Medill, Noah Brooks, and Braden Mancourt. First pitch from Medill popped up. Anderson behind the mound, 1 out. First pitch swinging. And Noah Brooks comes to the plate. So Mullins, a 1-2 record, 8 innings pitched. He's allowed 16 runs, or 16 hits rather, 15 runs, all of them earned. Struck out 3, walked 1 for that 16.88 earned run average. And 1-1 is the count to Noah Brooks. Breaking ball is fouled out of play. 1-2. No, 0 for 3 on the night. Hit by pitch and a stolen base back in the first inning. And that's sharply hit, lined right out at Lance Anderson. You get a look at it there, sharply hit. Anderson just had to elevate a little bit, 2 out. Graham, was that ad correct that you have us for August 5th against Saskatoon next? Oh, gotcha. Okay. Okay, great, great. I knew we were in Regina that day, so I was just confused. Thanks. So 0-2 the count to Braden Mancourt. Beavers down to their last strike here. That's outside. 1-2. Colt Sussex uphold in the on-deck circle. Ground ball to second. Fowler up with it. On to first, and that will be the ball game. 3 up, 3 down, ninth for Garrett Mullins. The Regina Red Sox, 9 runs on 12 hits. They committed 1 error and left 9 on base. The Beavers, 3 runs on 7 hits. They committed 3 errors and also left 9 runners on base. And our winning pitcher will be Crabtree Lynch, the loser. And that's going to do it here from Tom Lang Park. I'm John Preddy. And on behalf of the rest of the Access crew, the camera guys, and everybody in the truck, we wish you a good night from Weyburn.